Hello children, you are welcome to digital classes of Christ Church Convent Gadarwara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your English teacher. This video is for class 10th. Subject is English. Lesson 19. If I Were You. This is a one-act play, and the hero of this play is Gerard. He is a playwright and he doesn't want to be social, and he needs to go from one place to another. The people, they do not know about his profession because he doesn't meet others. A criminal who is mentioned as intruder in this act, in this play, suspects Gerard to be a criminal like himself. That intruder, pursued by the police for jewel robbery, and intruder plans to kill Gerard so that he can take his identity, but by the wisdom, Gerard was able to trap intruder in his plan, and somehow he managed to lock intruder in his garage. Then he rings up one of his friends to send police to arrest the intruder. This is all about the story. So only one act, and the scene play opens in a small cottage interior. This is an entrance back right, and the normal door is to the left of the cottage. In the room there is simple furniture like a small table, a chair, and a divan, that bed you can say. And on the table there is a telephone is kept. Gerard is one of the medium height person who is wearing horn rimmed glasses and dressed in a long suit and a green coat. So he is phoning someone in a very cultured voice and asks him to phone him back in about 10 minutes. He goes to the divan and starts packing his traveling bag, and he hopes to leave the house soon after. Abruptly, a man enters the cottage. So he enters in the cottage secretly, having a revolver in his hand and dressing in an overcoat and a soft hat. So Gerard turns his head and shows no sign of fear. Rather, he keeps cool and greets the stranger and asks intruder his name. But the intruder asks Gerard to raise his hands and says him to sit himself on the divan. So Gerard sits on a chair. He expresses his desires to know about Gerard, but he is not interested in Gerard's life story, but simply the intruder asks Gerard to answer his questions, otherwise he will be in trouble. The intruder tries to threaten Gerard, and he asks some of the questions like what is his full name, whether he lives alone, if he owns and runs a car, and the number of people who often visit him. So all these things are asked by the intruder. So Gerard replies that he avoids seeing trade people. It means he does not want to meet the others. A baker, a greengrocer, and a milkman, so they are his regular visitors. Then the intruder gives him some information about himself. And says that he is a jewel thief. The police is after him because he once he killed a policeman. So it was given, some information was being given. Then the intruder says he cannot sustain until and unless he kills Gerard. He does not want to kill Gerard, but he will have to because he wants to live as Gerard in the cottage. So what will happen? He will neither be harmed nor hanged for another murder, which the one murder he had already done of the police, and the second murder for Gerard, of Gerard. So Gerard expresses his desire to know what the intruder will gain by killing him. So he says that if he murders him, that will grant him freedom. He can go at his will as Gerard to place and do things. After knowing the plan of intruder, Gerard plays a trick. He tells the intruder a false story. He asks him not to kill him in a hurry because he also is wanted by the police in a murder case. Then intruder calls Gerard a mysterious person because he was unable to get Gerard. Gerard confirms his remarks that it is all due to the fear of police. He shows that false mustache and beard which he was having because he was an actor, theatre actor. So he showed all those materials and saying him that just to disguise, I have all these materials. The intruder is likely to be hanged as Gerard if he assumes his names on killing him. His bag is full of makeup material and false mustaches, etc. So he keeps them so that he may dodge the police by looking different and police is reaching soon to this place. So Gerard asks the intruder to follow him to the garage and escape himself. So he tells a false story to the intruder that he has posted a man on the main road and he will ring him up about the movement of the police. So in the beginning of the play, you just remember he asked somebody to call back in 10 minutes. So the telephone bell rings just then. So Gerard informs the intruder that policemen are leading towards the cottage, and he opens the door of garage and asks the intruder to see that whether the police are approaching or not. So Gerard pushing the intruder into the cupboard. As he leans forward to see out, he slams the door and locks it. He picks up the intruder's revolver. He keeps it pointed at the cupboard door. Then Gerard rings up the actors waiting for him and regrets his inability to deliver the dresses for rehearsal and informs them about his trouble. So he is thinking that he would write this incident for his next play and ask his friends to send the sergeant to the cottage so they would arrest the intruder who is beating on the cupboard. So using his wisdom, he came out of the trouble. This is all the lesson is.